really feeling the energy here. And it's an awesome feeling. It's something that you definitely have to experience. Let me tell you a little bit about what a vortex is. A vortex is like a funnel, like something we'd see in a tornado or a tornado, okay? And what happens is you can really find out, it takes the energy, it's almost like a magnetic energy, and kind of comes from the earth, and it can magnify, certain vortexes magnify the masculine side, other vortexes magnify the feminine side. I'm kind of feeling this everywhere. When I was down below, I was feeling it more on my right side, which would be actually my masculine side, because the masculine side is the left side of the brain, and that would cross over to where your feminine side, or I'm sorry, your masculine side would be the right side of your body. Therefore, the right side of your brain is the feminine side, and the left side is your masculine side. So, I'm getting my male energy pumped up, which provides confidence and just makes us feel a little more able to handle things, not so emotional. Okay. Vortex is very strong here because I'm standing next to this juniper bush tree, very large juniper bush that's turned into a tree, and you can see how it twists, causing it to twist like that. Now you can even see how the roots are twisting. It's very, very awesome. It's very powerful, and somebody has come and stacked rocks here. I'm not sure what the meaning of that is, but I will look it up. Sedona is known for its red rocks, and even though it looks like a rather sturdy area, it is very fragile, very environmentally fragile. So we have to be careful that when we do come to Sedona, that we don't leave our footprint here, and save this beautiful area for our grandchildren's grandchildren. We're meeting a lot of interesting people on our journey in Sedona, and this trio here is from Japan. And can you tell us your name, please?
My name's Ryo.
And?
My name is Setsuko.
And?
My name is Remy.
And we are filming on
Silicon Valley Metaphysics.
Awesome, you guys. All right.
来てね。
Sedona最高.
Yeah, Kuivato Gallery tonight.
In the background here is the hill we scaled up, where you got the beautiful view, and we met with Susan and Samantha from Florida. We hope to meet with Susan later today and check out her awesome art. It's supposed to have a very spiritual edge. I'm standing here on Submarine Rock. I'm told later that we're going to find out why it's called Submarine Rock. But the interesting part about this is I'm standing right on the fault line. And this fault line goes up to Oak Creek, from what I'm understanding. So the tour guide thought that he would just make me feel a little bit at home and put me on a fault line.
That's not my rubber right there. I don't do that. I'm a professional.
Here we are. This is called Chicken Rock. Some of the more ballsy, for the less of a better word, Jeep drivers would call this, they would drive around on this circle here. And if you didn't do it, you were up on the other ledge over there and you were called a chicken. But behind me, back between these two rock formations here, is Bell Rock, which is another big vortex area out of, I believe, the 5 vortexes that are part of Sedona. Now we're above submarine rock, and as you can see, there are at each end the little control tower, and that's why they call it submarine rock.
Hi, I'm calling from Salem, Massachusetts, and hello to Silicon Valley.
Hi. Now, if you remember earlier, we met Susan and her daughter Samantha up in the vortex, the airport vortex. So now we've come down and we're taking a look at some of Susan's artwork, which is she's showing in a gallery here in Sedona. So, show me some of your stuff.
Let's see.
I love.
This is the couple,
That's beautiful.
the green man,
I love the green man. I'm
Aurora. The
Aurora.
Buddha image is a consistent theme. Calendar wheel is one of my more newer favorite pieces.
Tell us about that.
Calendar wheel is inspired by some of my trips to Mexico. And I've gone to some of the major pyramids like Chichen Itza, Teotihuacan, and Tula. And in all of these Mayan pyramids, they had ball courts. And the ball court is a really significant place. It's not just a game for the Mayan, as I understand it.
So when you say a ball court, you're like a ball court.
Yeah, they had these courts. I have on my iPad. This is
Okay.
Tula. But and I went to the archaeological museum and I would see these other. They had a stone wheel within the ball court. And it wasn't about throwing the ball through the stone wheel. It was about the sun and the moon and the cosmos and Venus. And when the winner of the game had to throw the ball through the stone wheel. The name of the game was Pock Pock, so it kind of sounded like clapping your hands.
Okay.
But it has a more symbolic meaning and a universal meaning, at least to me. And I kind of thought, what a wonderful metaphor, what the Mayans interpreted with this symbology and this sculpture that they made out of stone to translate it into glass. So that's what that is.
Beautiful.
So it's not just a disc. It's more than that. You know?
Yeah.
It's a lot more than that.
Now these carvings, these are symbolic carvings?
These are the glyphs from the Mayan calendar.
All right.
On the outside, 6 or 9 or 20. So it has lots of layers and
Wonderful.
Yes.
and then it's just very colorful.
Well, yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Like most of my work, it looks quite a bit different from the front to the back.
Yeah, they're very multi-dimensional.
Oh, these look real.
Beautiful. Those are real. Beautiful. And you had such an interesting story about these. I love these.
The spirit weights are a smaller version of the large pieces. We started making these years ago in the downturn of the economy, thinking, how can we make something that's more portable, but yet still has that same imagery that the larger work does. And my daughter be a part of it, because one day she came home from school and she said, I want to make something, and I said, pick out a face, because I was putting faces into the glass then. And she picked out a Buddha, and we made a mold, and she pressed the Buddha into the back. And we flipped it out of the mold, finally polished it. Wow, that's really kind of nice. I like that. Let's see if maybe we can turn this into something. So one thing led to another, and so her creative process led to this whole line of smaller pieces. We call them spirit weights, and they're kind of like a paperweight.
Yeah.
And some paperweight collectors collect them as paperweights, and other people just buy them as small-scale sculptures or gifts because they can sit up on a niche or a bookcase or in a windowsill.
They're just so beautiful. Then you have Buddha here.
And goddess imagery.
Goddess here, and you have the Egyptian cat.
Here's a cat.
That reminds me of my
And
friend.
a little bit larger version, like the native woman.
Beautiful.
So, but we've scaled them up and we've scaled them down and try to keep it an affordable price point.
So they are. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. They're so beautiful. Now, all of your work seems to have a little spiritual edge to it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I studied mythology from different cultures, from the Green Man to the goddess to the Buddha, and layer those things together to the Mayan. From the chakras and the centers of the body to energy fields, like the wires to me are energy fields.
Wonderful.
And try to pull it all into this figurative sculpture. Most people don't see that when they first see my work, but as you look at it and you understand it over time, it's not just glass, it's about all of that stuff.
It's incredible. So, about how long do you think does it take you?
How long does it take me?
Let's say Green Man. Green Man has a special place in my heart.
Any one of these pieces can take 30 to 40 hours to make. There's a whole process from the design elements to the making of the mold. Each mold is individually hand carved, hand colored, hand cast, ground and polished. This whole surface is all ground and polished with diamond tools. So when it first comes out of the mold, this surface would have this texture. You wouldn't see any of that. But I've planned it in advance and in reverse so that these surfaces are ground and polished to reveal the layers of symbolism inside.
Oh, they're just wonderful.
And larger pieces like the couple that are designed to cast together, I have all of those things playing, the positive and negative, the circles.
Wonderful. So, Susan, if I could just ask you, you can tell our viewers your website, where they can look at more of your work.
Absolutely. Gottglass.com, G-O-T-T, glass. So Gottglass.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And good luck.
My lovely
And
daughter.
there's Samantha.
My inspiration.
Yes.
Well, they're Aztec.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hello. Hi.
As we were on our way to Starbucks this morning to have our morning coffee, I happened to see the store Angels of Enlightenment. And of course I had to come in because I do my angel therapy and it just called me in. And so I'm here with Crystal, and Crystal tells me this is a family-owned store and it's wonderful. It's very spacious in here, very light, it's beautiful, great energy. So Crystal, tell me a little bit about your store.
Well, about 5.5 years ago, my husband and I moved to Sedona, and we were really called to start a store and a business that was based upon what we really felt intended and felt that our life purpose and
Fabulous. And this is a beautiful store, so make sure that you check it out. Angels of Enlightenment, Sedona, Arizona. Do you have a website?
Yep, it's angelsofenlightenment.com.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. It's great meeting you.
And nice meeting you too.
Hi, here we are with Crystal again, and she is going to show us what she was guided to do with her crystal bowls. So tell us a little bit about that.
As I was telling you before, when I was 4, my angel came to me and I was playing Barbies, and I was just told I was going to be a singer someday. And so I followed that path, went to college for music, classically trained. But it wasn't until I moved to Sedona, picked up the crystal quartz bowls and put my voice with the energy and the harmonics, then that's when I knew that this is what I meant to do.
All right.
Yeah, so I work with harmonic alignments and attunement because sound is so important. I mean, the sound of life.
Right.
Everything was created from sound.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you're going to show us a little bit of
Yeah, I'm
this.
so excited.
I love this.
So I have a diamond bowl, an aqua aura bowl, and a moldavite bowl.
That was beautiful. You sing like an angel. You sing. Oh, that's beautiful. So thank you so much for showing us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, when we were at the airport vortex, I noticed there were stacks of rocks that I had seen in Kona and I had seen all around Sedona, and I promised you that I would let you know what they mean. So Crystal here is going to explain what exactly these mean.
From what I gather and what I have done from my own experience as well too, people will stack the learning rocks according to their lessons. When they're out at the vortexes or when they're doing meditation and that they had some kind of self-realization or deep epiphany or something that they feel like that they have overcome and balanced from in their life, they'll stack a rock for each lesson, for each balance, each epiphany as well too. And then what they try to do is maintain the balance of the rocks as well too. And so it's like the rocks kind of reflect at the same time their balance of their lessons. It's a really kind of cool, I guess, like connection that way, the reflection.
So now, do they do this on one visit, or do they do this, do they have their certain stack and they add more on each subsequent visit?
Some people, some of the locals here will go and restack as well too, but otherwise most people here, I mean, it's a tourist town, they'll just do the stacks according to their meditation. And some people will, when they're out at the vortexes too, they might be in one spot and do a little meditation and stack a rock, and then they might go to another spot out like on the same hike and stack some more. So they could even stack up to like 2 or 3 different stacks.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Crystal.
Here we are at Cathedral Rock, and as I was coming from the parking lot over the creek bed, I was starting to feel a lot of energy in my masculine side. Now this is supposed to be more of a vortex that focuses on the feminine side, which brings out our compassion and our equal rights for people and, you know, our female protective side. And so I wasn't feeling that so much, but perhaps as I start to walk up the trail a little bit more, I will get that feeling. Okay, as we venture a little further up to Cathedral Rock, I'm still feeling this on my masculine side, but I was feeling it very, very, very strongly. So this is a good sign. This is a good thing. I love this, and I'm looking forward to our next vortex. Okay. Okay, here we are at Bell Rock, and the vortex here is an amazing energy. You can feel both masculine and feminine side, which actually is getting me a little more into balance because I was tending to feel more of the masculine side. Now, if you haven't noticed before, on Silicon Valley Metaphysics, we really have no makeup men or personal assistants, and it's a balmy 97 degrees out here. So I hope you've enjoyed the vortex portion of this show, because we're going to put a close to that and continue on our adventure. And hopefully you've enjoyed this, and next time you come to Sedona, you'll know what you're looking for and where to go. Okay, one of the fun things about doing this show is all the people you meet. So I'd like to introduce you to
Howard and Sandy.
And you are from?
Scottsdale.
Scottsdale. You're used to this weather, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We came up here to get cool.
Oh man.
Alice try to.
And
Rainy and
Michael.
From Las Vegas. So yeah, they're pretty used to this stuff. Yesterday it wasn't so bad because I guess Phoenix had some kind of dust storm and they blew all their dust and made it pretty ugly in Sedona, but at least it was cooler.
It dropped the temperature about 10 degrees.
But
yeah, it did.
Here we are today, and it's back to its 97 degrees. So if
nice
I can ask you guys to say hello to those people in Silicon Valley.
Hello, Silicon Valley.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, we're here at the Chapel of the Holy Cross, and behind me you can see the two cylindrical figures that are known as the two nuns who look down upon this chapel. Now in a moment we're going to attempt to go inside and just film for a couple seconds, and then we'll get you a view from the bottom, which is really very, very spectacular. Okay, as you saw, we were inside the chapel. I didn't think that it was appropriate to really speak in there, So what I did was I lit a candle for the relatives I have lost and said a prayer. So we're down at the bottom of the hill now, and you can see the spectacular view behind me of how this chapel looks. It just blends into the hill. It's a very, very beautiful monument to any person's God. Even though it is a sign of a cross in metaphysics, we all embrace a different type of religion, and we all have the same concept in mind. So even though this just shows one particular icon of that concept, it's still very beautiful, and I felt that that was something important to show you. Next month on Silicon Valley Metaphysics, we are going to be showing you part 2 of our trek to Sedona. And for me now, I think it's pool time. So we'll see you then.